Here's the opening range recap for Monday, June 27th. Here's the NQ. Just one trade today, win for both. But what I wanted to show you, this is an early before 10. This was 9:36. It hit its pivot, and then it popped very quickly to its 50%, and then stopped basically right there. So this is a 1 minute chart. Hit its pivot, boom. Within a couple of minutes, hit its 50%, stopped and rejected it. These are really good, high reward, low risk trades, especially if you have indication that it's heading in one direction. In this case, to the downside. But the idea here would be to, after this pivot is hit, to have a sell trade right at the 50% area, plus or minus a couple of points. And ideally, you'd love to do multiple contracts, so maybe 2 contracts. Obviously, you can do these in micros or whatever. But say, for example, in this case, the pivot was 12, 1, 13.75. So we'll just call it 14 for this case. But so you'd have a sell here with the idea of it coming back down to the pivot at least, which in today's case would be about 30 points. Exiting one position there, and then holding the rest for either a big day or coming down to pivot 2. Didn't reach pivot 2, missed it by a bit, but you can see obviously you would have had a nice profitable time. And the way to trade this, in my opinion, is to again sell it, say around 12, 112, thereabout, something like that. But then have about a 10 to 12, maybe 15 point stop on it. And every day is going to be a little different depending on the size of the opening range and so forth. I wouldn't necessarily do this every single day, but if you have an indication that, in this case, further downside potential, for example, an S&P along for the ride day, or just a really large day, the things that are helpful are before 10 hits its first pivot before 10, and this will work for the S&P, the Dow, or the NQ. And you want it to hit the 50% fairly quickly. So in this case, it only took 3 bars, which is 3 minutes or less to get to the 50%. You can see it. If you would have sold up here, you would have been out of half your position within 90 seconds or so. So anyway, that's a way to trade it with some momentum off of the 50%. Again, I wouldn't do this for every trade. It's the first pivot. It's most beneficial. It's also usually before 10 a.m. is most beneficial as well. But anyway, no trade officially for the opening range. Recap: nothing in the S&P, didn't hit any of the pivots. Dow as well, just missed the pivots here as well. So have a good day. If you have any questions on what I just explained, feel free to drop it in the comment section or drop me an email. Take care.